Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. 90 Day Fiance. Tim and Elise's shocking relationship status revealed. Are they together? Tim Malcolm and Elise Benson are finally talking about their relationship status with their 90 Day Fiance audience. They recently cleared the air and revealed whether they were dating each other or not. Apparently, this came after months of speculation and whispers about their dating life. However, it seems that the dynamics aren't like what we expected them to be. Tim recently recalled the date that never really happened and explained the reason behind it as well. Is this true? What is this all about? What did he reveal? Keep on reading to know more about this controversy, because the tea is really hot. 90 Day Fiance star Tim Malcolm couldn't really find love during Hunt for Love. Hence, his best friend, Veronica, helped him in securing a date with none other than Elise Benson. She taught him how to ask the latter, and Elise also said yes. All of this came after Tim and Elise had a super weird and awkward conversation about bedroom life and body counts. But it seems that Tim didn't take Elise out on a date. The latter recently confirmed that Malcolm never really took her out, and the promised date never happened. Amid all this, Tim took to social media and explained how he still stood by his word, and he wanted to take Elise out. However, due to time constraints, he wasn't able to take her out. 90 Day Fiancé star Elise Benson has openly revealed her relationship status, and it is not what we think. She claimed that she was currently single and wasn't dating anyone at all. The celeb then explained the chronology and revealed that after the show, she did date Carlo for a while. But things couldn't work out, and they decided to part ways. Elise made it clear that ever since her breakup with Carlo, she hasn't dated anyone. However, this doesn't mean that she wasn't enjoying her single phase. The celeb assured her audience that she was loving the way she was keeping herself first. Hence, she had no regrets about the dynamics. Benson then thanked her audience for reaching out to her and showing love. On the other hand, it seems that Tim Malcolm is still on his word. He claimed that he still had the intention of taking Elise out because he admired her a lot. The celeb wrote a lengthy caption and praised Elise for the way she was. This came after Tim admitted that he had messed with Elise a lot, asking her some of the most uncomfortable questions. Fans are now wondering if Elise and Tim will end up together or not. Apparently, they have a spark, and viewers believe that they should give it another chance. What do you think? Do let us know in the comments section. Keep coming back to the TV season and spoilers for more updates about Elise and Tim. When it comes to 90 Day Fiancé, few things keep fans guessing more than the twists and turns of couples navigating love across borders. Over the years, viewers have witnessed explosive breakups, tearful reconciliations, and shocking betrayals. But no duo has stirred as much mystery in recent months as Tim and Elise. Their journey, filled with cultural differences, insecurities, and undeniable chemistry, left audiences wondering, did they survive the chaos of reality TV, or did their love story crash and burn? Now, the truth about Tim and Elise's current relationship status is finally coming to light, and it's not at all what fans expected. A love story built on hesitation. Tim, the self-proclaimed hopeless romantic from North Carolina, entered the franchise with wide-eyed hope. A computer technician by trade and a collector of rare sneakers by passion, he had always struggled in relationships, admitting that commitment wasn't his strongest suit. Elise, on the other hand, brought fiery confidence to the table. The German-born fashion consultant was bold, adventurous, and didn't hold back when something bothered her. From the moment cameras rolled, sparks flew, but so did arguments. Elise questioned Tim's seriousness, often poking fun at his cautious nature. Tim, meanwhile, struggled with Elise's blunt communication style. Their storyline quickly became one of the most debated among fans. Was Elise too harsh, or was Tim too fragile? Despite the constant back and forth, there's always an undercurrent of affection. Fans noticed the way Elise softened when Tim tried to open up, and the way Tim looked at her when she wasn't paying attention. It was clear there was something deeper keeping them tethered together, even as they clashed on screen. Where things went wrong. As the season progressed, fault lines began to widen. Elise wanted commitment and a clear future plan. Tim hesitated, often appearing unsure about leaving his comfort zone in the U.S. Their infamous ring conversation became one of the most replayed moments of their season. Elise wanted clarity. Was Tim serious about marriage, or was he just in it for the experience of the show? Fans were divided. Some rooted for Elise, praising her no-nonsense approach. Others defended Tim, insisting that moving too fast would only spell disaster. Social media lit up with debates, memes, and fan theories about the pair's fate. But behind the cameras, things were even rockier. Rumors circulated that Tim had been spotted in North Carolina without Elise shortly after filming Wrapped. Meanwhile, Elise's Instagram post suggested she was enjoying solo travels across Europe. The cryptic captions fueled speculation. Had they quietly broken up? Fast forward to today, and the truth is finally out. According to insiders, and now confirmed by Tim and Elise themselves, the couple is complicated. Yes, they're still in contact. Yes, there's still affection. But no, they're not officially together in the traditional sense. In an Instagram live session, Elise recently admitted, "Tim and I care about each other deeply, but we realize we want different things right now. It doesn't mean we don't talk or that there's no love. It just means the version of us you saw on TV isn't who we are anymore." Tim echoed her sentiments in a recent podcast interview, adding, "Elise will always be important to me. I can't say we're in a relationship right now, but I also can't say we're done. It's ongoing. That's the best word for it." This revelation left fans stunned. Instead of a clean-cut breakup or a happily ever after, Tim and Elise exist in a gray zone that feels both frustrating and intriguing. Fans react to the gray area. The response online has been mixed. Some fans feel relieved that the pair aren't forcing themselves into a relationship that doesn't fit. Others, however, are frustrated with the lack of closure. One Reddit user wrote, "This is classic Tim. He never makes a decision. Elise deserves clarity, not more limbo." Another countered, "I think it's mature that they admit they're not sure. Life isn't always black and white, and not every couple needs to label themselves." Twitter, as always, had its own flair for dramatics. Tim and Elise are in a relationship, situationship, purgatory. I can't keep up. Someone get these two a couples therapist, stat! At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if they got married and divorced in the same week. What this means for their future. The ambiguity of Tim and Elise's relationship leaves endless possibilities open. Insiders close to production have hinted that TLC producers are keeping a close eye on the couple. Their story, messy, uncertain, and relatable, might make them prime candidates for another spin-off appearance, perhaps on 90 Day, The Single Life, or even a new season of Happily Ever After. If they reconcile. Interestingly, Elise has reportedly been considering a move back to the U.S. for work opportunities. If that happens, it could bring her and Tim physically closer again, potentially reigniting what's been left unresolved. On the flip side, Elise has also been spotted with friends in Berlin, including a certain mystery man who appeared in the background of her recent Instagram story. Fans have already begun speculating whether Elise has started moving on. Tim, meanwhile, appears focused on his career and hobbies, often sharing updates about his sneaker collection rather than his love life. The real takeaway: whether together, apart, or somewhere in between, Tim and Elise's journey reminds viewers why 90 Day Fiance continues to resonate. It's not just about quick engagements or dramatic weddings. It's about the raw, often messy reality of love. Tim and Elise may not have given fans the fairy tale ending they craved, but they've shown something just as real: that relationships don't always fit neatly into labels, timelines, or expectations. Sometimes love lingers in the gray areas, leaving both the people involved and the fans watching, wondering what will happen next. Final word. So are Tim and Elise together? The answer is both yes and no. They're not a couple in the traditional sense, but their bond remains strong enough that neither has fully closed the door. For now, they live in that uncertain space between romance and friendship, where anything is possible. As one fan perfectly summed it up on Instagram, Tim and Elise may not be together, but their story isn't over. With these two, it never really is. And with TLC's cameras always watching, one thing is for sure, we haven't seen the last of them.